Thanksgiving weekend, what's better than the scent of turkey and dressing and all the trimmings? Yes, fresh new comics, hot off the presses.
Yeah.
Here for you at Zanadu Comics, and here's what on the menu. I'll kick it off with Catwoman 36. I mean, first of all, the J-Lee cover. That's good enough for me right there. But it's a great story by a brand new team, Jean-Pierre Valentine and Gary Brown. So, as you know, because of the events of Batman Eternal, Catwoman has given up her Catwoman role. Now she's just Selena Kyle, and she is Queen of the Mob. And if you like Fish Mooney on the TV show Gotham, you're gonna really love this because she's clawing her way up. She's taking control. It's kind of for a good reason why she's becoming the queen of the mobsters. But then, is there another Catwoman who's trying to sink her claws into Selena Kyle as she tries to kind of sort of play it straight while still being a super gangster of Gotham City? Anyway, there you go. That's my first pick.
It looks like the answer would be yes, given that there's
right.
another Catwoman there.
It's a lot of hallucinatory things and a lot of supernatural
covers
crazy
do
things.
lie, though.
There's a lot of toxins and crazy venom things in Gotham City, so in the water supply. So there you go.
Don't drink the water.
Don't drink the water. All right, I'll
What's
take
next?
it.
Go ahead.
You know, if
Go
we're
ahead.
talking about multiple instances of the same character, what better than Spider-Verse? This is
So many spiders!
a new Spider-Verse miniseries. Scarlet Spiders. I don't know if the official title is Scarlet Spiders, Spider-Verse, Scarlet Spiders #1, or if it's Spider-Verse, Scarlet Spiders #1, or if it's just Scarlet Spiders. But either way, you see 3 different clones of Peter Parker from various universes teaming up to take on one mission off on the side of the Spider-Verse. This is Kayan Parker, the current Scarlet Spider in the Marvel Universe. Ben Reilly from some universe where he's not dead as a doornail.
Clone Saga.
And Jessica Drew from All-New Ultimates. This is, of course, featuring a cover by David Nakayama, cover artist of All-New Ultimates. Nice little synergy going on there.
Very nice.
I believe
Bringing
this
it all
is slated to
together.
be 3 issues.
Alright. And for me, for my main course here for holiday, I like to make things a little uncomfortable, maybe a little, not so great with your grandmother because she's little, thinks you're weird. You see this big mohawk, she's like, oh, it's this kid. Borgias. Yes. All in one hardcover. Alejandro Jodorowsky, the great Milo Manara, the very controversial Milo Manara. Milo Spider-Butt Manara, if you want to go that way. But this is the complete saga of the Borgias, who Italy's first mafia family, and their basic climb to power, and they'll do anything at all to keep it, and that be killing and maiming and stealing and whatever else may be necessary.
Mostly killing and maiming and stealing.
And sexing.
And more killing.
Lots of sexing, because it's Milo Manara.
A lot of the time at the same time.
A lot of the time, the same time. It is Jodorowsky and Milo Manara, so be warned. This might not be for everybody, but $60, very nice gold. It's all classy and gold on the inside. Yeah, very great from Dark Horse.
I'm just blushing sitting beside him with this book. Next for me is Lazarus, number 13. To set it for you up, and we also have a trade, the first volume is here, but this is Greg Rucka, Michael Lark. Imagine, if you will, a weird mix of, a gritty mix of Hunger Games, Dune, a little bit of that, a little bit of Game of Thrones maybe. Basically, it's a future world in which these 16 powerful families basically have carved up the earth. It's kind of a real freaky, gritty, feudal system. And the Lazarus, each family has a Lazarus, and forever she's the hero of her book. She's an awesome, amazing hero. She's been bred to be her family's enforcer and assassin. And as this arc is kicking in, all the families of the world have gathered together to make alliances, to probably kill some of each other, to betray each other. And she gets an order that she may not be able to take out. And will it finally kind of break her conditioning of her father so she can face her own destiny? Again, Greg Rucka has created an incredible kind of future world and a great heroine. Lazarus 13, pick it up and pick up the volume of the first arc in here too.
Got another crime series here for you. This one from Boom Studios. Dead Letters number 6 by Chris's Sabella and Vision.
The Chris's.
The book is always made that much better by the 2 creators having the same first name. I mean, Southern Bastards, Jason and Jason.
The Jasons.
It just works out like that, But this follows the adventures of a former criminal, current private detective in a place called Here. It's what you would typically call, purgatory. They kind of made it seem like it might be hell, might be heaven at first, but it's just not quite either. And nothing quite changes ever, but it also certainly never stays the same. Really out there crime stuff. Beautiful art, great watercolors. Chris Visions, I'm pretty sure, does everything in it himself. And this is the second issue of the second arc, which we still have copies of the first one in. Hint, hint.
Hint, hint.
Hint.
From Image Comics and one of my very, very, very favorite creators, Mr. Mike Allred, along with his lovely wife, Laura Allred, who does all the colors. This is the Madman In Your Face 3D special. See that? It's all up in Will's face. Oh my god! Just punched him in the face. You gotta be careful. See that yo-yo? It'll just
Workers' comp.
come right out at you. You gotta get paid first, right?
That's right.
Comics don't count. Anyway, they come with these groovy little cool Madman glasses. These reprints a couple of issues from the Madman Atomic comics, one of which being the issue in which Mike Allred inked every panel in a different style of a great comic creator or great comic artist. There's a new story in here, and there's a ton of pinups, $10, and a little die-cut 3D assemble little cube thing that, you know, is 3D as well.
I'm not trying to brainwash you or anything there, no.
No, not
There's
at all.
no brainwashing going on.
No, there's
Mike
no
Allred
brainwashing.
doesn't want you to be a Mormon.
Don't buy anything like Allred. No.
And one of the coolest couples in comics, if you ever see them at a con,
Yeah.
it's worth the wait in line.
Yeah, absolutely.
You've never seen two people so energized in talking about comics and their projects and wanting to hear from you. So that's another great reason to buy this book. So the Death of Wolverine Logan Legacy, this is a 7-part series that kind of focuses on all the enemies, NX-23, and what's happened next for them. This issue focuses on Daken. It's written by Ray Fawkes, and who's going to be working with Charles Soule on the upcoming Wolverine series. I'm sorry X-23 and everybody else, but this is my favorite Logan Legacy issue so far. It's weird, you know, Daken, he's the son of Wolverine. He was pretty much bred to hate Wolverine and piss him off his whole life. But now that he's in death, there's this crazy mission that he goes on. It kind of really surprised me, a lot of cool surprises. I love Ray Fawkes' take on Daken, and I hope it means bigger and better things for him in the Marvel X-Men universe. So there you go. Nice surprise here.
And some more Marvel for you right here. We have got the latest in Marvel's Epic Collections line. This is Captain America. Captain America Lives Again, collecting the first, let's do some quick math. Whoa, way too many stories.
Yeah,
It's like at least 30 stories, I believe, in here of the Star-Spangled Avenger, the earliest Stan Lee, Jack Kirby 60s stories. You've got The Sleepers, probably the greatest Captain America plot that will never be on film.
No, there's just too many Nazis even for that one.
And also Batroc the Leaper, because how can we possibly go a week without talking about Batroc?
We can't.
We
indeed. Oh, am I next again?
You're next.
Oh, I can't get like the rotation thing. It's hard for me. I'm sorry.
Don't mess up the roto, man.
Puff, puff, pass, right? From Oni Press and local artist Jake Myler, who has been slaving over Fraggle Rock for way too long. Orphan Blade, which is his first complete graphic novel, written by the late M. Nicholas Almond, who died last year of some kind of mysterious circumstances. But it's great to see that his work is finally done. Many years ago, there was the Great Kaiju Wars, and out of the husks of these dead kaiju, this dude named Dr. Africa, which... Yeah, I don't...
Wait a minute.
Yeah, Dr. Africa. I don't know. But Dr. Africa decides to fashion these weapons out of the kaiju husks, except these weapons have been cursed. And so this follows the story of Hadashi, a young child whose hand has been destroyed, and he can no longer wield his sword. And so he has to kind of bond with this blade, which is this like almost like symbiotic type of thing, to help him on his quest. But, of course, you know, the most... perilous and evil journey comes from his very own arm, and you know what can he do to? He's kind of like dependent upon it, but it's killing him at the same time. So, but really great, very kind of like Avatar: Last Airbender, except a bit more violent. Yeah, and a dude named Dr. Africa. Aren't you interested? I am.
Also, Kaiju Wars.
Kaiju Wars,
please.
thank you.
I want a whole comic about that.
Yeah, right.
So my final pick, the dessert at our Thanksgiving feast. This is like pumpkin pie and cake and all the ice cream all together. This is the first volume of Inhuman Genesis, brand new series by Charles Soule with art by Joe Mad, Ryan Stegman. I've always loved the Inhumans before. You know, it's Black Bolt, it's Medusa, it's Gorgon. Lockjaw. They were a secret society. They were all descended from Kree. You'll see them in the movies one of these days, very soon. But then what they did was Black Bolt, when Thanos came attack, he set off the thing that makes them all inhuman. He set it off all over the world. So now there's all these new humans, and there are a lot of really cool new characters. Like there's Inferno here on the cover, and then there's all these other kind of Inhumans who've kind of come out of the woodwork who want to marry Medusa and change the world. And it's kind of weird. It's very, I think it's a really good way of describing it is X-Men meets Game of Thrones. But a lot of cool art, a lot of cool new characters, and just awesome. It's one of my favorite new books of the year. I like all the new characters, and I think you should definitely check it out because this is where it's all going to begin. This is where Marvel's going. They're building up towards Inhumans in 2018. Something like that. Anyway.
Get on it now.
Get on it now.
Nathan said he read the comic before the movie came out.
Oh, man.
Exactly. Then you can complain because they changed comics.
Yeah, right.
How about that?
You can be like the rest of us.
There you go.
Oh, boy. Speaking of comics, wow, we never talked about those.
Wow.
But here is a comic about comics. A comic even about the people who make comics.
And it's not by Grant Morrison.
Things going on in their heads. This is Satoshi Kon's opus. He is probably one of the greatest anime directors ever, not even probably, he just is. He created Paprika, Tokyo Godfathers, Millennium Actress, Perfect Blue. He directed the series Paranoia Agent, one of the creepiest things that I ever saw while I was in middle school. And Dark Horse has recently been putting out manga editions that he made during the 90s, before he started directing anime. Back, you know, between assisting Katsuhiro Otomo on a little book called Akira, and then going off to just become one of the greatest directors ever. This is about a man who is literally sucked into his work. He's pulled into the world of the comics that he makes, and sort of has to come to terms with the fact that he creates and then destroys the lives of all these people. Which, you know, depending on your definitions of reality, aren't real people or are.
No.
So, kind of interesting morality play. And there's also really, really crazy things going on because, you know, he just gets better psychedelic visuals than just about anyone.
Yeah, that's really cool. I'm really glad they're putting that out. And for dessert this week,
Wow.
we're going with the Odyssey, the O-D-Y to the C. Because it can't just be the Odyssey regular, no. This has got to be gender swap, flipped, dipped, and rolled in flour.
Fraction.
And then spread out into this gigantic, I'm going to have Will assist me on
Yes.
this.
Gosh.
Actually, Morgan could probably assist
Yeah.
on
Hey.
this. For this huge, oh look, it's stuck because there's so much glue. Alright, well, there you go. Look at the size of that. It's not even done yet. 8 pages.
Dang.
8 pages!
Now,
And
is
that's
this an
page
actual
1.
page of the comic?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
it
it
is.
is. It's ridiculous. So if this isn't worth, what is this, $3.99?
Yeah.
If this isn't worth
Hello?
$3.99, I don't know what's wrong with you. Christian Ward, the tale of Odysseus in space as a woman, and it's just this is gonna be awesome.
Matt Fraction.
It's Matt Fraction. It's gonna be insane, and yeah, we're just gonna leave you with that nice mind blower. So stop in before the craziness of the holiday and get your comics because you're gonna need some sanity juice. You know,
Exactly.
for sure. Definitely, you can roll that up. Just kind of like rub it on you and eat it.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks to you guys. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, and happy Thanksgiving to Perry over there, the boss,
That's right. Thanks, Perry.
and to all of you for viewing.
Bye, guys.